Hi, Tim from Fairplay Now, and I've got a interesting one for you. Now, there's this thing called synchronicity, isn't there? I think it is. It's basically where if you start thinking along certain lines, things kind of start gravitating to you. It's almost like the universe starts guiding you into a particular direction. And one thing I've been thinking about over the last sort of few weeks, obviously, like many other people, how we're going to get out of this situation, this crazy situation we find ourselves in, because it doesn't look like the government want to get us out of this situation anytime soon. And all they're doing is working towards this whole Great Reset thing. And if you don't know what that is, I'm sure you do, but if you don't, just Google the Great Reset. But it's nothing good, put it that way. And I was thinking a possible solution would just to try and start doing the complete opposite to what they want to do. So basically they want a one world government, so we should be looking at basically making a lot of very tiny sovereign entities, almost tribes or just a little bit above tribes, and that'd be going totally in the opposite direction to what they want to lead us in. They also want to get us into this sort of horrible, futuristic, technocratic society where we all live in super cities, high-tech super cities. Well, what's the opposite of that? Just to go and live an agrarian sort of community instead, or to create one. What else do they want? They want to exert total control over the population. So the opposite to that would be to live in societies where having total control over a great big entity would be impossible, which it would be impossible if we were all in sort of lots of tiny little enclaves here, there and everywhere. There's just no way they'd be able to sort of chase everybody down. And I've just been having these thoughts, just let's try and start doing the complete and utter opposite to what these idiots of the Great Reset and the World Economic Forum actually want. And I've been having these thoughts for, as I say, a week or two now. And lo and behold, I'm looking through YouTube and I come across a video which is detailing exactly the same sort of thing. So synchronicity, like I say. Now there's this guy who does a podcast, I think it is, or a YouTube channel called The Corbett Report. And he's actually sort of splitting off into another podcast and YouTube channel, which is called Solutions Watch. And the first video, or the first podcast in this upcoming series, is called Freedom Cells and the Greater Reset. So these guys have actually appropriated the Great Reset name and called it the Greater Reset, which is quite clever. And this sort of idea of freedom cells is very much what I was thinking of, creating small agrarian communities, which is kind of cooperating with each other, but kind of totally independent of each other as well, which would, if that kind of society arose, it would make it very difficult for some totalitarian type person to kind of take them all over. But I'm going to leave a link to this video in the comments section below. It's a really, really good video to watch. There's a couple of websites they recommend. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to check them out. They weren't loading properly for some reason. Hoping that's just a temporary problem today, but I'll try and go back on there tomorrow and see if they load up and examine them. But apparently there's some event coming up between the 25th and the 29th of January, where they're going to be just going into all of their kind of future plans for this whole Freedom Cells idea, with all sorts of different little workshops and all the rest of it. And what he's suggesting is that we all kind of get together, not virtually, but sort of getting a few friends together if you can, and especially if you're sort of bubbled up with people, with all that sort of stupidity, but just watch these things with each other. So I'll leave it there for now, but it's an exciting idea. Well worth checking out this video, well worth checking out this event that's coming up that they talk about. So yeah, I'm going to check it out. It might be worth your while checking it out. So it's Tim from Fair Play Now. Thanks for watching.